are back on another Zoom session with Kupfull with Kennedimarie, and I have Erica Cherry here. She is a licensed mental health counselor and the owner of Awaken Wellness out there in Seattle, Washington. It's a PLLC. And so first I have to ask, how are you doing today?
I am well, thank you. It's 2 hours earlier than where you are, but I'm up, I'm awake, and I'm well.
Yes, yes. And you said it's a little bit colder down there. I guess we kind of wish we had that because it's hot here in Arkansas.
It is. It's about 60 degrees here today. It's about 9:15 in the morning, and it's about 60 degrees. So it's a bit chilly. 60 degrees in Seattle doesn't necessarily feel like 60 degrees in Arkansas. So
Yeah.
yeah, sweaters are still being worn in the month of July.
Gotcha. That sounds crazy from here, but yeah,
It
it's
is.
totally. So yeah, so thank you for coming on. So first, I just want to talk about the importance of mental health and how to build it, how to manage it, especially during the quarantine. Everybody was in the house, and you really had some time to focus on yourself and just realize, areas that are maybe weak, maybe strong, and so yeah,
Mhm.
how do you just build up that mental health?
Right, absolutely. I think before I even answer that, I feel like I have to qualify, what I believe is mental health. I think that mental health is a part of your entire being. If you think about your body as a collection of dependent systems, where one system is dependent on another system, for its functioning or for its operation. If one system is damaged, then the other systems have to kick into overtime to maintain the body's state of balance. And that overtime can start to add some extra wear and tear on the body and on those other systems. And so those different systems start to deteriorate. And so mental health is a part of one of those systems, I believe. I think there's such a stigma to mental health because people don't necessarily view it as a part of your full physical
Right.
well-being, right? And I think that when we start looking at our mental health or mental wellness as a part of, you know, a system that operates like your kidneys, like your pancreas, like your
Yes.
lungs, those kind of things that regulate bodily functions. When we think about that, I think then people start to take it a little bit more seriously. And so, what I like to do with a lot of my clients, what I tell a lot of my clients is uh, I like to lead them into awareness. I say to them that awareness is often a first line defense mechanism when we're talking about mental health. So many of us walk around, we don't really understand what's going on with our bodies. We don't even realize that we are exhibiting symptoms of depression, symptoms of
Mhm.
anxiety, especially in our Black communities. We haven't really been taught to view mental illness in that manner, right? And
Right.
we will make excuses. We will make excuses of not to go to a therapist or not to go to the doctor because I have too much to do. I got all these different things. I got these kids to take care of, but not understanding that we're actually doing harm, to our bodies. So when we are aware, building awareness of your body and your mind and how it responds to certain stressors can be a way to start arming yourself with sustainable self-care skills and emotional regulating skills. And when we think about the overall person, the overall wellness of a person, I like to consider aspects of your mental wellness, meaning, your cognition, how your brain is functioning. How's your memory doing? That's all a part of your mental wellness. Your emotional wellness would speak more to your feelings and emotions, your sadness and things of that nature. Your physical wellness, um, what we're putting in our body. Are we
Yes.
doing exercises? What are we doing to our bodies? Your social wellness is related to more of your relationships, your social connection to the community. Sometimes you can be in relationships with people, whether it be romantic or just friends or even family. Let's not leave out
Mhm.
family relationships as well. That can be really stressing and draining on you, right? And that plays a huge factor into the decline of your mental wellness. So being able to put factors up or put boundaries up around those different relationships and pull the ones and draw strength from the ones and sometimes put some extra boundaries around the ones that are kind of not so helpful, not so helpful to you is necessary. So yeah, like I said, I think, I don't know if that answered your question. I feel like it did, but
Yes.
oh, but there's also your spiritual wellness. I like to consider that, and even
Mhm.
your financial wellness. When we talk about the fullness, the full wellness of a person, I don't believe that mental wellness is, or mental health is, an area that's just by itself. It's joined with all of these other systems and all of these different intersections of your life, and they all work together. Um,
Yes, yes. I love how you hit everything. It's kind of like when I said mental health and then you went into all these aspects, you hit everything. And so, yeah, one part is not, well or not to its fullest. It can definitely affect those other parts, like you said. I kind of thought about, the imbalances that I have, and it definitely affects the other parts. And also, you were talking about how we don't talk about it in the Black community. I
mhm,
feel like that is a heavy hitter right there. Just we don't take it serious. It was a point in time where we didn't believe, if someone was really
mhm,
feeling down and sad,
mhm,
maybe they were dealing with something. And
mhm.
definitely mental health with our Black men too is not talked about enough, because
Right,
it
right.
seems it's weak. They have to hold it in. They have to stay strong. And it's like, no, your mental health, your wellness, your overall wellness matters just as much as anybody else.
It
So
does.
definitely, definitely, I love how
It
you
does.
you hit all
It
that.
does. That's a whole soapbox. That's a whole soapbox. That's a whole different conversation. You
Hmm.
mentioned Black men and mental wellness and mental health. We could talk for hours on that one. So
Yes.
I digress. I'll let you continue with your interview.
No, you're good. You're good. So I introduced you as Awaken Wellness, but before that, it was Awaken Therapeutic Services. And
Mhm.
so, when starting your own practice, I just want to know, how was it, compared to what you expected versus actually the reality of starting that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good question, Kennedy. Yeah, I did. I started my practice as Awaken Therapeutic Services. I'll address that first because, you know, I guess, you know what? I think, it's hard to address that first without addressing all of it. I think when you talk about expectations of starting your own business, I don't really know if I had expectations because I really didn't know what I was doing. I knew I had to have a name and I was kind of taking things just step by step, right? I
Right.
was just, what do I need to do first? What do I need to do second? And not really thinking about my brand, so to speak, not
Hmm.
really thinking about how I wanted to show up in the community. So I started this practice thinking, oh, I know what I'll do. I don't want to just limit myself to, counseling services. I want to provide therapeutic services, thinking that
Hmm.
these are, this is a better phrase or something like that. I don't know. But as I evolved and as I started seeing clients and as I started evolving personally, because that was one of the things that I did not think and I did not
Hmm.
realize was that I am part of my brand, right? I
Right.
As I'm evolving, my brand is evolving. As my mindset is evolving, so does my brand, right? And so does
Yes.
my company and so does my practice. And
Hmm.
so I had to incorporate a lot of those things into my practice. But I didn't realize that in the beginning. It was just, oh, this is going to be separate. This is just my thing and then this
Yeah.
is who I am. So I guess that was one expectation, um, that it was just going to be a separate entity, but
Mhm.
it's not a separate entity. It's a part of me, and I am a part of it, and so that's the reality of it. And so, when changing my name as I'm evolving and as I'm getting deeper into seeing clients, I realized that I'm not just providing services. That wasn't my path to
Mhm.
healing, and I don't want that to be other people's path to healing. I don't want this to be, oh, let me go and get these services, right?
Yeah.
My my job, my vision, my job right now is to lead people to a path of deeper self-awareness so that they can discover their own path to wellness. And so in my own journey, I started to realize, as I talked about earlier, the different intersections of life. There were different intersections of my life that were starting to come alive that I didn't even realize were there.
Yeah.
So, in my own sense, I guess I was going through my own awakening. And that's kind of where this idea of awakened wellness came from. Wellness looks different. When you're providing services, services are going to be the same, right? You're going to go to the store, you're going to go to this massage therapy, you're going to go get these services, and the services are going to be cookie cutter, blah, 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 you know.
Yes.
But when you're talking about a path to wellness, my path to wellness might look a little bit different than your path to wellness, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
My self-care needs might look different than your self-care needs, and vice versa. So that's that's that gives me the option, and the framework to individualize, um, based on what my clients needs are, and help them discover, not lead them to it, but help them discover, just kind of walk with them, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
guide and help them discover their own level of awakening and their own path of wellness.
Yes.
Um, so there were a lot of different, things. That's one aspect of it. The other thing is, I guess I expected that, oh, I'm an entrepreneur now. I have to do these things myself. So I have to build my own website. I have
Mm-hmm.
to do my own marketing. I have to be all the things, and I have to do all the things. Reality is I don't know how to do any of those things, right? And
Yeah.
so it was causing me a lot of frustration. And when I was frustrated, my dog was frustrated, my husband was frustrated, because I was mad. I was angry because I'd set an expectation for myself that I would be able to do this stuff, and I couldn't do it. But
Mm-hmm.
it actually took my husband to say, girl, sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's time now to outsource these things. And I know, like, logically, I knew, oh, people are hired to do these things. But it didn't connect for me that I needed to hire
Yeah.
someone to build my webpage, or to, do help me with marketing, and to help me build this brand, because that's not my gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my gift. That's not my passion. So that was a huge time suck, actually. That was a huge time suck, in that I needed to just come to that realization that the reality is that I can't do everything.
Right.
Okay, and I feel better about it. I'm more at peace about it.
So definitely when you were saying how you changed the name because you knew that everyone has their own experience, that path to wellness is a personal, it's personal, it's for you. And so I'm
Mhm.
glad that you thought that through and was just like, okay, it's not cookie cutter, but definitely. And then just with starting your own business, you want to do everything, you want to juggle everything, but it's great when you can bring other people in and their
Mhm.
passion
Mhm.
to just help you out and you help them, and it just
Mhm.
works and it clicks like that.
Yeah, it works. It works beautifully, especially when you have the right fit. Now, I did have a different web designer in the beginning, and I mean, she was a beautiful lady. She really was, but we just were not a good fit.
Hmm.
We did not fit. And when Lewis and I got together, it was like magic. I mean, when I said something, he was able to just really take it and paint the picture for me. And I'm like, yes, 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 that's it, right?
Hmm.
So we really were just in sync and on the same page. And I just felt like, okay, this is an extension of me, right? This is an extension of he is doing the thing. He took my thoughts and he was able to do all these things. So again, just super grateful, just super
Yes.
grateful for that knowledge and that growth, and his expertise and his passion.
Definitely, definitely. It all works out in its own perfect way. So
Right.
before you started your own practice, you of course were working for other employers,
Mm-hmm.
other practices. And so what going back to your skills and your experience, what was it? What was the big takeaway, I guess I would say, when working with those and what you brought to make it personal for your business?
Mm-hmm. Right. I learned a lot. Oh wow, this would go back, what, 10 years, I guess. Um, I learned a lot from so many different people. I'm so grateful for people that took me under their wing in Arkansas. And I remember coming out of school, and I had a couple of supervisors in practicum settings that I was working in, and internship settings that I was working in, and they brought more of a human quality to what I learned right in school, and helped me to, when you're fresh out of school, you're thinking, oh, I have to do all the things right. This is what I learned in school. I have to apply this way and this way. But they helped me to see, no, there's more of a human quality. Now there's a delicate balance. You've learned what you learned in school. Now you have to apply the art of therapy, and that's different. That's a completely different thing, and they can't really teach that in school. The art of therapy is knowing when to apply a certain skill set, or when to self-disclose to your client, knowing those types of things. And so those are some of the things that I learned from some of my mentors in Arkansas. And then moving here to Washington, it was a completely different, it's different.
Sure.
It's real different. Culturally, it's different. The lay of the land is different. The need is different here. As far as the mental health need, there's a really big, and this is everywhere, but I really saw it prominently here in Washington. But there's a duality of diagnosis, more so mental health and chemical dependency. There's a lot of that going on. And so one of my first jobs was at an inpatient psychiatric facility here, and I worked as a utilization review clinician. And in this role, I was kind of like the middleman between the treatment team that was actually treating the patient and the insurance company. So I was the person that would go to the treatment teams, talk to the doctors and the nurses, and figure out what's going on with this patient. What is our plan of treatment? How many more days do you feel like we need to kind of execute this plan? What is their response to treatment? And then I would relay all this information back to the insurance company in order to advocate for this patient and to get their days covered and authorized. So that gave me an opportunity to use my clinical skills in a completely different way, right? I wasn't doing direct patient care, but it was giving me an opportunity to view a patient from an objective place. I got a chance to look at their home life, to look at their work life, to look at their social aspect, to look at their, their mental, their physical aspect. What are these elements that are coming in that brought them to a place to be in a psychiatric facility? And so I think that was kind of the first place where I started realizing, oh, mental health is not just mental health. It's all the things together. And so I think that role gave me an opportunity to see that and to experience that and advocate for this patient. When they said, well, the patient is no longer suicidal, yes. However, if we release this patient from the hospital, they're going back into a home environment. All of these other factors will consider. So we need time to be able to get these things in place and get these things in order. So it really gave me a great opportunity to be able to see objectively how other factors of life can actually impact a person's mental health.
Yes.
And it gave me language, it gave me language. So I'm forever grateful. There were good days and there were bad days, of course, good experiences and bad experiences, but I think all of them, whether good or bad, I think they were all valuable experiences. I learned something so valuable that I would not have been able to learn in school in those areas, right? And working in those different roles. So again, I say this a lot, but I just find myself being so grateful because it helped. It helps me professionally and personally. I grew from all of those experiences.
Yes. So I'm glad that you kind of don't realize it then, but once you overlook everything, you're like, okay, so this is going to help me here. This is going to help me here. And it just all comes together to where you were able to start your own practice because you had those different areas that you worked in. So it sounded like it worked out great.
Yeah, it's still working. Working. So I'm again, really grateful.
Yes. So transitioning into COVID days. So
Yeah.
so how was that? Because with you is you used to that direct contact,
Hmm.
talking to them. How was it adjusting to COVID and still being able to reach out to them, still be able to connect with them, even though it's not
Hmm.
that face to face anymore?
Right, right. So we've transitioned to, telecare, telehealth. All my clients now are on telehealth. And I think I will be completely honest with you. I have enjoyed this telehealth thing. I'd
Okay.
never thought that I would. I'd never, when I started my practice, doing telehealth was not an option. It wasn't anything that I was thinking of, even though I knew it was on the rise even before the pandemic. I knew there were
Right.
a lot of therapists that were doing it, but I never thought I wanted to do it because I value this face to face interaction. I'm really good, one on one in, one on one settings. And I like those intimate,
Yeah.
conversations and stuff. And so that was my thing. It's like, no, I wanna be present. I wanna be there with my clients and I wanna do all these things. But then when COVID hit, it was like, well, wait, I I don't want to be there that much.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with y'all that much. I want to go
Uh-huh.
home. I don't want to get sick because now I'm thinking about my own family, right?
Right.
I'm thinking about my new grandbaby, my kids, and you guys. I'm thinking about my family members. So it was just the responsible thing at that point to transition to telehealth. And I'm so fortunate that all of my clients were really on board. Some of my clients are medically compromised anyway. And so it just made sense. And it was really responsible for everybody's sake for us to transition to telehealth. So once I did that, I realized, oh, wow, this being here, being in my own space,
Mm-hmm.
um, I we have to recognize, yes, I'm a therapist, but
Mm-hmm.
before I was a therapist, I was still a person, just a person. I'm still a woman.
Right.
I'm still somebody's wife. I'm still somebody's mama, so I
Mm-hmm.
still have my own personal stressors in my life going on in the
Right.
midst of a global pandemic and in the midst of,
Mm-hmm.
social injustices. In the midst of that, there's still my own little world of trauma and things happening in my life. And so being at home provided me a a space to a protection. Like, these are my walls. This is my place of
Yes.
protection. And I'm still able to show up and be supportive and hold space emotionally for my clients because I feel protected here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Being out in the public and being out, in the office or whatever, I would have been thinking about what exposure has this person had? What exposure have I had that I might be exposing them to? Oh my gosh, did I sanitize that good enough? Did I do this good enough? And it would have taken away from the space, the sacred space that we create.
Exactly.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Um, so this has been really great. I have enjoyed being here. I have since transitioned my full practice to telehealth, and I've talked to all my clients
Okay.
and I've let them know we most likely will not be going back to the office anytime soon. I like being at home. I like this sense of protection. I like that this is my space where I can just do telehealth. It's private. It's in a room. Nobody can hear me.
Yes.
Door is
Mm-hmm.
shut. So it's HIPAA compliant to that regard. I keep headphones, my earbuds in. So just on the off chance that somebody's walking by the street, nobody can hear what's,
Right.
being said. Not that that's a thing, but so yeah, this has provided me a protective barrier
Mm-hmm.
and created a space where I can still be concerned and be careful and hold space for my clients. So that's how we've transitioned, and we've just, I have to remind my clients and myself, we're in a global pandemic. We are allowed
Sure.
certain grace. We are allowed certain graces, and on top of everything that you have going on, there's also this layer of, oh, our normal is no longer normal.
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, let's just get rid of the word normal because it changes every day.
Yes,
Right?
it does.
Just get rid of it. And then let's just now be in this constant place of transition, because that's where we are. So a lot of my clients now, we're working through, and again, even myself, working through this constant transition of not holding on to what life used to be, the expectation of what life used to be, and opening ourselves up to embrace what life is going to be whenever life becomes what life is again.
Yes.
We don't know what that's going to look like, and it's okay. We can just take it one day at a time. So just giving yourself the grace to relax and be in the moment is one of the things that I've really just tried to encourage a lot of my patients, a lot of my clients with at Awaken.
Yes, so I love the way you put that. Definitely, it's definitely not a normal coming anytime soon. But I think a problem with, well, this is kind of off topic, but a problem with us adjusting to the global pandemic is that we keep thinking of what it used to be, and we think we're gonna go back to that. But definitely embracing the future, embracing whatever new adjustments, whatever transition that we're in right now. And I think it's going to be a transition in all aspects, just with the social injustice that we have going on. And it's a turn for the better. The vision a little cloudy right now, but at the end, I believe it's going to be great change. So just adjusting to all that. So,
staying flexible and moving with the transition, because the transition does not stop. That should be on a t-shirt. We should put that on a t-shirt.
But yes, and then even in the midst of everything transitioning and changing, you were able to find those 4 walls of peace, those 4 walls of you, those 4 walls that bring you peace, bring that certain type of calmness, and that you're able to provide that calmness to whoever else. So we are going to take a break, and it's game time. So the name of the game that we were playing today is The Price is Right, and this is the Amazon version. So I have some crazy things, interesting things, weird things that you can buy on Amazon, and you kind of just gotta guess how much are they charging for this. So we're gonna get into it. So the first thing is it's a prefabricated home in a shipping container. So it was kind of confusing when I read it. So it's in, I guess, I don't know what size shipping container this is, but it's already decorated. You got all your decor and your decorations in this shipping container, and it's coming straight to you. So it's on Amazon. You can pick it up. So what you think the price tag on that is?
So wait, are you saying the home itself is a shipping container? Because I'm thinking of a shipping container that's on the back, when you see it on the trains, one of those kind of things. The home itself is a shipping container?
Yes, I believe like you would see this on like a big old truck or whatever. They driving into your house.
Okay.
That's what I believe it is.
So it's a trailer.
Yes. I guess. When you put it like that, yes.
And they're going to drop it off, and I'm going to live in it. And
yes. So it's already decorated for you.
It's already decorated into a home. Okay. I would say if it's a shipping container, it's a mobile home. I'm going to say $10,000.
$10,000? You're going to have to go up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why would a home be $10,000?
I mean, it could.
I'm thinking about a shipping container. I don't know.
But it's decorated. It's prefabricated.
Okay, so there's furniture in it. There's a kitchen in it. There's a bathroom. Oh, this is a full home. This ain't just. Okay, all right. So I would say $250,000.
$250. Actually, that was high. It's 36. 36.
Oh, 36. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So you look, you were in between. So
I was way off is what I was.
So yes, so $36K, you can get you a trailer home, really.
A trailer home.
A trailer
so
home.
How do I move it if I want to move? If I want to put it on a different lot, how do I move it?
You will probably just call the people, and that will cost money. And yeah, that's the first one. So the second one is it's a doggy blow dryer. So imagine, so the dryer that you can put like on your head. Yeah, so it's like one you can Yes, so like the bonnet one. So you can wrap this around your dog, like put his arms in it, and he just sitting there, and you just turn it on, and it's blow drying your dog. Easy.
Maybe
So
it's
you
so
can
cool. I'm gonna have to get one of those because I actually
Brazil, yeah.
my dog with a hand dryer.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
you just set your dog in there. Hopefully your dog's not hyper or anything like that. I think Zia can handle it. So yeah, you just set them in there. It's like a little coat thing, and you just turn on the dryer and they just dry.
So then does it puff up when you turn it on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I would pay
On
for
Amazon.
that. I would pay for that. I would buy that. I would pay $35 for that.
$35? Ooh, you're very, very close. It was $39.95.
Okay.
So you can go get one for Zia, and no more.
Let me get that on the line right now.
Yeah, that sounds very convenient. So
I'll send a picture of it to you when I get it.
Okay, definitely. So the next one is really weird. So you can buy a pound of replica human fat. So
Girl, shut your face.
Yes,
not
yes.
on Amazon.
It is
Girl,
on Amazon. It is.
Replica
So if
human fat?
a pound, so you can get a pound of replica human fat. So if you just be like, I wonder, what I look like on the inside, you can buy you fat. This can go on your desktop too. So it's some more decor.
You know what? I could see that being a thing for like a nutritionist or somebody like that who kind of wants to, because again, it's this idea of we disconnect from things that we don't actually see. We don't actually see mental illness, so we disconnect from it, right? And we don't actually see fat. We actually, just feel our clothes getting tighter. But I guess if I show somebody, now look, this is a pound of fat. Just imagine you got a lot of these pounds in your body. Right?
Hopefully that'll motivate them.
That would motivate somebody. It would be like, that would motivate somebody. So for a pound of replicated human fat, I'm not gonna pay a lot. You know what? I'm just not gonna pay a lot because I feel like I could get that point across without having a pound of fat. I ain't paying no more than $10 for some fat, for a pound of fat.
Just $10?
I ain't paying no more than that. That's it.
It's a little higher, but it's not crazy.
Some fat.
Yeah, some fat.
People carrying around their own. Let me stop. I'm not buying no fat from Amazon.
You can get it for $23.73 on Amazon. Get you a pound of replica human fat. You just
I'm not buying no fat from Amazon. I'm trying to get rid of my own. I ain't buying no fat from Amazon.
Right. Okay, so hey, it's out there for whoever
wants it. All right. Whoever wants a fat.
Okay, so the next one is a Dracula 1931 original movie poster. So this is, we thinking antique. I know it's just like, but we thinking it's 1931. It's 2020 now, so think big with your numbers on this.
I will, yeah.
And it's the original movie poster.
It's the original movie poster. Okay.
Original movie poster.
Is it listed in good condition?
I would hope so. Yes, it's good condition. Okay. We're gonna say it better be for this price.
For this? Oh.
Better be great condition. So,
okay.
What's the price tag looking like? What you think?
I'm gonna say that's probably over in 1,000. I'm gonna say
that. Thousands.
Yeah. Now, how many thousands? I don't know, but I'm gonna say it's over at least 1,000.
Yes, it's definitely over 1,000.
Is it over 5,000?
Yes. I said think big, big.
You told me. Okay, I'm gonna go 10,000.
10,000. I think you need to go bigger.
Bigger?
Bigger. I'll say this. So this is more than our trailer park house, our prefabricated trailer park house. Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about $50,000
or higher,
or more, or higher. All right, now I'm gonna go with $100,000.
$100,000.
That's my final answer.
The final answer. Okay,
girl, how much is this poster?
This original movie poster is $1,250,000 on Amazon right now. I don't know who's gonna get it, but it's on there for $1 million.
Somebody's gonna get gypped. That ain't no original.
Right. ain't gonna get it. It's gonna be somebody totally different on the front. It's just
Oh my
$1
goodness.
million. It's on there. So hey,
Holy moly.
I don't know who's gonna get that, but
Well, I guess
it's
not
crazy.
me.
It's on Amazon, y'all. So yeah. So the next one is, so this is antique too, kinda. So it's a Michael Jordan autographed original Fleer rookie card art.
Okay.
So it's Michael Jordan. It's autographed.
Okay.
It's original.
Okay.
And it's this rookie card.
Okay.
So what do you think the price is? The price tag is?
I'm so clueless. On this. If I couldn't get the pound of fat right, I know I'm not gonna get this right. I'm gonna say it's a rookie card. It's
autographed.
It's autographed with his signature. Okay, so I don't know. It's probably like $5,000. Is it higher?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I don't know anything about rookie cards. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's autographed.
If you got you an autograph basketball,
you know what?
How much would you be like, man? Look, I got bills to pay.
That's the thing. No, good Lord, for somebody's name.
You could sell it and get you some money. So if you look at it and be like, I wonder how far I could go with this. Like how much people will pay a pretty penny for it.
They would, I guess. If it's authentic, I guess they would pay maybe $20,000.
Is that your final answer?
No, 30,000. That's my final. No, okay. $25,000. That's it.
$25,000. That's what you would charge for that.
Okay, if somebody want to give me $25,000, then yeah, I'm gonna charge $25,000.
Okay, so you could have charged $62,000 for your autographed rookie card. So you would not that $30K. No. Let's go up to
$62,000 for somebody's name on the card. Okay.
Yes. So hey, it's on. All right, so the next one is, so we got the Haribo gummies, but these are classic sugar-free gummy bears. So they classic and they sugar-free.
You do realize it's not even real food, right? Like, even though it's sugar-free,
it's not.
It's not. There's no nutritional value to it at all. But
okay,
so somebody's selling it.
Yes.
Yeah, the classic one, the classic.
The classic.
Okay.
Yes.
How big is the bag?
I don't know. It has to be a nice little pretty bag for this. So.
Okay. For some gummies.
But look, they classic and they're free. It's not just some regular gummies here. And they're Haribos. Haribos are really good. So.
I guess. Okay, so Haribo's classic sugar-free gummies. I don't know. You know what? It's candy. I'm not going to spend a bunch on some dang candy. I ain't spend no more than $15 on a big bag of candy. And that's like a gigantic bag for Halloween. So for this, if it's just one bag of Haribo's, I'm not spending any more than $15. I'll say that. I'm gonna give them $3 for the bag, but then I give them $5 for the bag, but then another $10 for the classic and the sugar free.
So you only giving them what, $15?
Maybe $20 for a tip, I guess. 20. I don't know. Yeah, that's it.
20. So 20 is your answer.
20 is my answer, and I think that's too much.
Well, you should have added 100 to that because it's $120. So I guess they're the classics, and they're sugar free, and they're Haribos. So that's just that.
That is crazy.
I know, right? And somebody paying for that $120.
Oh my goodness! That's not a
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, it's out there. It's out there. It's being sold. Somebody making some money. So
Somebody is jipping somebody. That's what
mhm,
they're doing. But okay.
I think we in the wrong business. We need to
We
be
might
selling stuff
be.
on
We might
Amazon.
be. Need to get
Hmm
some imitation fat and stuff and sell it in. Good Lord, and some
Yes.
Harbos.
The classic and sugar
Classic,
free.
sugar free.
Yes. So this next one.
Mhm.
So let's say that you like karaoke or whatever, but you like hearing yourself on karaoke. They have karaoke headphones. So you have the mic and the headphones go straight in your ears so you can hear all your great goodness of singing and melodies. I don't know if you would want to hear that, but they have it out there for you to hear just all the high notes, all them hits. Yes.
I
They
can
got
hear
it out there.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear myself. So I
Yep.
need to go buy some karaoke versus me just walking around the house
Singing.
like I can't hear myself without these headphones, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
hmm
You need to
I
hear
need
them
these
close.
earbuds. I
Mm-hmm.
just wanna put that out there. Like you don't hear yourself at all unless you have these these earbuds. Uh, I am going to say that foolishness is gonna cost. It's gonna cost me. I don't know. Is it a whole set or is it just the earbuds?
No, it's the whole set. So you got the
The
thing that you sing
microphone
into, and then it connects straight to your.
and it's the karaoke machine
No,
and
no,
stuff.
no. It's just
Oh,
this
it's just
and
that and that. I
like
don't know, $50.
$50.
No, really, no. I can't even see that being $50.
It's higher than 50 though.
It is
Mhm.
really.
Mhm.
Good Lord. Okay, 100.
100. It was a little lower. It's $78. So
That's ridiculous. Okay.
so yeah. But it's out there just in case you want to hear all your runs and all your melodies. Yep, got
Yeah.
you.
When you open your mouth to sing, without these, there's no sound. There's no
Yes.
sound.
So great invention. We all who knew they needed it. It's
Who
out there.
knew?
So
Who
yeah.
knew?
So that was the end of Game Time. The Price is Right.
That was
Crazy,
fun.
crazy game time. So yes, I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Thank
So
you.